Ms. Powell?
I'm sorry, I was muted. We have Jessica Tucker, Dr. McIntyre,
Present.
Miss Lumumba.
Malika Lumumba, present.
Okay. Tiffany Coleman.
Present.
Okay. Oh, one moment. Okay. Judy Lamore.
Present.
Candace Allen.
Present.
Ashley Herbert.
Present.
And I think I've called everyone. Okay, I have everyone called. And we do have a quorum.
Right. We will move forward. We do have a quorum present as indicated by the secretary, so we will proceed to the action items First order of business is the approval of the agenda. This was provided to you on your email and in our group me. And yes, I do have a change to the agenda.
If you give me just a second, Miss Tucker, I'll put the agenda up for you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am. Okay,
Okay.
so we are moving to the approval of the agenda, which was provided for you, and it is also displayed. Are there any changes? There is a change. For our agenda, we are also filling the swing seats tonight. So that will be an action item and discussion. Um, are there any other changes to the agenda? Okay. With our change to the agenda, may I have a motion to approve the updated agenda?
I motion Tiffany Coleman.
A second?
I second Ashley Herbert.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye, Jessica Tucker.
Aye, Judy Lamore.
I Tiffany Coleman.
I Ashley Herbert.
Stephanie Powell.
Please say nay. Any abstentions? Please say abstain. All right, our amended agenda has been approved. We will now review and approve the meeting minutes from our last meeting. The minutes were provided to you via email and group me. Are there any corrections to the minutes? If there are no corrections, may I have a motion to approve the previous meeting's minutes?
I motion Tiffany Coleman.
A second?
Stephanie Powell, second it.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye, Jessica Tucker.
Aye, Judy Lamore.
I, Tiffany Coleman.
I, Ashley Herbert.
I, Candace Allen.
I, Malika Lumumba.
Opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions, please say abstain. All right, let's move on to our first action item, which is the amended part um of our agenda, which is to receive a nomination and vote for our swing seat. Dr. McIntyre.
Of course, I have no script now. So we do have a candidate here, Mr. Elijah Sullivan, one of our community partners for this that we're putting forward for the swing seat. And so I will give an opportunity for Mr. Sullivan to introduce himself and to say why he would be a good candidate to be a member of our GO team.
Thank you, Dr. McIntyre, and thank you, everybody, for this opportunity and for nominating me. So I have been working with FL Stanton as a community partner and through my job for the past 2 years. And I've been the coach of the Lego robotics team this semester. And then additionally, I think reason why I would be a good member of this team and this GO team is because I'm a proud graduate of Atlanta Public Schools. My parents are graduates of Atlanta Public Schools. My granddad still lives within the community, and it's really important to me that these students and the families of FL Stanton get the best education they can get, and support all of you all who already work there and do great work with the community and the students.
Thank you so much. Um, and now it is time for us to vote.
We don't have any additional candidates. This is the only candidate.
We
So
don't have any additional candidates, so we will proceed to vote. Um, to vote for Mr. Sullivan. All in favor of Mr. Sullivan filling our swing seat, please say aye. Aye, Jessica Tucker.
I, Judy Lamore.
I, Ashley Herbert.
I, Stephanie Powell.
I, Tiffany Coleman.
I, Candace Allen.
I, Malika Lumumba.
Opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions, please say abstain. All right. Welcome, Mr. Sullivan, to our FL Stanton GO team. We look forward to working with you. And thank you so much for joining us and wanting to be a part of us. And we will
Thank
move.
y'all.
Yes, sir. We will move forward with our agenda. We have action items and discussion items, and also some information items. We have the 2025 through 2030 strategic plan. We have the ranking of our strategic plan objectives. And we will discuss both of those, followed by the information items, which are our principals report, which includes our CCI RPI results and the cluster advisory team reports. Dr. McIntyre, you have the floor.
Thank you. I was able to get another screen, and so now I'm having difficulty. um, let's see. Okay, here we go. Can you see?
We can see you. Oh,
There
now
we
it's
go.
coming up.
Okay. Awesome. There we go. Okay, so we do have some discussion items, as Ms. Tucker mentioned, to finalize our strategic plan and so we'll review that, and then we'll also take a look at the strategic objective rankings, which you participated in. So thank you so much for completing that task prior to our meeting. So in our last meeting, we reviewed our proposed mission and vision. We reviewed our goals, and we are now at the place where we're identifying we identified our strategic objectives, and we're now at the place where we're going to, as you see, business meeting number 4. We are approving our strategic plan and ranking our objectives. And so we'll have some discussion about that after you see the results of where it kind of landed, to see if we want to make any changes or adjustments to that. Now, this is necessary for us to review and to discuss this, because these will be the objectives that we will use as we outline our budget. So when you finish participating in the district budget training that's being provided, we're doing that centrally now to be able to talk about where we're going, and give some rationale and some reasoning of why we are here and how we are doing this process for this year. So in the past, we have each individual Go team, each individual at each school has pretty much try to create the same messaging, but to ensure that we have consistent messaging across the district and consistent understanding, we'll centralize that. But our objectives that we lay out today of how we rank them will then help us to make determinations about how we spend money moving forward. So here I will give an opportunity for you to take a look at our current strategic plan. So at the top, you'll see our mission and vision, and this is our 2025 to 2030 strategic plan. We have 4 strategic goals. And then to mirror the district strategic plan that's divided into 6 areas, we also created our strategic plan to mirror that process. And so we then have created objectives to go along with each of those areas. So I'll give you an opportunity to refresh your memory and to read through our strategic plan. And if I could just get a thumbs up when you're ready. And you can use the reaction if your camera's off. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Okay, so our action on the strategic plan. So we are going to vote on this plan. So we will need a motion and a second before we move on to this. But I want to give an opportunity for some discussion first. So based on what you just saw, do we have any other discussion before we finalize the plan? Any questions, concerns? Okay. All right. So then if there aren't any,
Got you. So may I have a motion to approve our 2025 to 2030 strategic plan?
I, Stephanie Powell, approve.
May I have a second?
I second Tiffany Coleman.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye, Jessica Tucker.
I, Judy Lamore.
I, Ashley Herbert.
I, Candace Allen.
I, Tiffany Coleman.
Here, Elijah Sullivan.
I, Malika Lumumba.
Sorry, I was muted. All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions? Please say abstain. All right, our strategic plan has been approved. Dr. McIntyre.
okay, so our next discussion are the rankings for the objectives. So we'll review the Go team. You all participated in an activity or a task that you needed to complete, where you took a look at the objectives that we had, and then you ranked them in order. And so this is where the rankings landed for our 8 objectives. So I'll let you take a look at where they ranked from 1 to 8. Okay. I see some thumbs up. So do we have any questions, comments, concerns, wonderings, even after you see this ranking? I know it's great when we get a chance to do the work ahead of time, isn't it? Okay, so um, if there is no discussion, I'll turn it back over to Ms. Tucker.
Thank you, Dr. McIntyre. Okay, so we will now move into our information items. In this order, we
Oh,
will
wait, we
have
got to
the
vote.
oh, we got to vote. Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Let me go backwards. I apologize. And I'm looking at the screen and looking at my paper. I apologize. May I have a motion to approve the strategic plan objectives rankings?
I motion Tiffany Coleman.
A second?
I second the motion, Ashley Herbert.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye, Jessica Tucker.
I, Judy Lamore.
I, Candace Allen.
I, Stephanie Powell.
I, Tiffany Coleman.
I, Ashley Herbert.
I, Elijah Sullivan.
All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions, please say abstain. All right. Our strategic plan objectives rankings have been approved.
So here's what will be next before we go on to the next part. So just so you know what's coming in our next meetings. So in February, the after you've completed the budget training from the district, then we will come back and we will start our budget approval, budget allocation meetings. And so we'll have a feedback meeting in February. Our GO team will take action, then we'll vote on the draft budget before we have staffing conferences. Then the cluster superintendent will review, and then we'll have the HR staffing conference. In March, we will have the final Go Team approval meeting after we've done the staffing conference with the principal and HR and the cluster superintendent has reviewed. Then we will come back because it would have gone through all of those pieces, and then we will have the final approval. So then the Go Team will see where we landed. And that will happen before Friday, March 13th, so that we can take that final action and vote. Are there any questions on the process and where we are at this point and where we're going to be going for the remaining part of the year for our meetings? All righty. Well, all right, Ms. Tucker.
Okay, now we will move into our information items. First is our principal's report, followed by our cluster advisory team report. In that order, please.
So for our principal's report, I am going to be presenting our CCRPI results. These results can also be found on the Georgia DOE website. It's a public site. The scores are public now. And so when you go through that public facing site, you'll just type in FL Stanton, and then it will show you what the current CCRPI score is for FL Stanton. I have a few slides. I did notice for some reason or another, there's a few missing slides. So I'm going to go to the information so it won't actually be a slide, but when we post it on the website, I'll add this information to the slide so the presentation will be comprehensive. But starting here, these are the actual results for our milestones for 2025. So you'll see ELA, math, and science. And it's the breakdown of third, fourth, and fifth grade, knowing that third, fourth, and fifth grade complete ELA, which is comprised of reading, language arts, and grammar, as well as writing. And so fifth grade only also takes the science assessment. So you will see here red, yellow, and green, and then a dark green. The red is beginning level, yellow is developing, green is proficient, and the dark green is distinguished. So these are our current results for 2025. So I know this isn't an opportunity for discussion, but as you can see, I believe that what we are saying in our objectives and our priorities are matching what our needs are um, as we continue to progress. There has definitely been some places where we have dropped and fallen off, and you'll see that as I continue to present, but this is where we are currently. So the CCRPI is made up of several components: content mastery, readiness, closing the gaps, progress, and graduation rates. Now, the graduation rate piece is not a part of the elementary scoring, but the other four are. So we're going to talk about content mastery first. Okay, so catch up. So content mastery measures are essentially just student achievement. So what the students know, what is their current achievement level? And so I've given a comparison between 24 and 25 so that you can see where we are currently as well as where we were. So our score for 2024 was a 39.5, and then our content mastery score for 2025 was a 32.1. So there was a drop in that. And so I will allow you to see kind of where. So 2024, there was actually an increase um, in English language arts and sciences overall. However, in 2025, there was a drop in English language arts, math, and science. Okay. Another component is closing the gaps. And so closing the gaps focuses on reducing the achievement gaps amongst subgroups and or all groups of students. So all of those groups meaning there's economically disadvantaged, the different racial groups, special education, ELL. So this is the comparison 24-25. So, as you will see, so content mastery significantly impacts closing the gaps. That's the reason why I started with content mastery. So, content mastery affects everything else. So, how they achieved will determine how well they've grown, how much we've closed the gaps, all of that. So, pretty much because our content mastery dropped, then the closing the gaps also dropped. So, you'll see in 2024 we were working on closing that gap in all students, Black and economically disadvantaged. So Black and economically disadvantaged are our only subgroups at the time, right currently. We do not have enough ELL learners to for them to classify as a subgroup. We would need 15. And we also do not have enough students testing with students with disabilities, also would need 15 in order to make a subgroup. So we don't have subgroups in those areas yet, which is the reason. So for us, all students is Black. All students is economically disadvantaged. So if our all students don't meet, neither are our subgroups. Is essentially kind of how it works for us. So because we did not make gains and improvements, we were not able to close the gaps, which is how it goes from a 100 to a 0. The next component is progress. And so progress, it tracks the academic growth, and that includes EL learners, special ed, all of it, of how we're making progress. And so the growth in that. So you can see our comparison of progress from 2024 to 2025. So there was a drop in the progress. 2024, we're at 92.3, 2025, 86.4. So while there was an increase in the progress towards English language proficiency, I mean, excuse me, not English, mathematics. While there was an increase in mathematics, there was not enough of an increase in that content area to cover our decrease in English language learners to improve that score. Okay. The last area that I want to show is it's called readiness. Okay. And so I don't have up to 2024, but I do have up to 2025. So for readiness, our score was a 63.7. Um, this is how we fare. So readiness includes the things that what we call beyond the core. So as well as attendance. So we made significant improvements in attendance. As you can see, we went up over 15 percentage points in attendance. So we had a big push. So being back into the building was our biggest push around attendance. And beyond the core, we were at 100% last year. We had 100% again this year. So that's essentially making sure that all students are having an opportunity to participate in fine arts, world language, and areas like that to actually prepare them for college and career. And then the drop, though, for us was in at or above reading level. So it's based on student Lexile scores. And so because of that drop in Lexile scores, it also causes a drop in content mastery. So they're all connected as well. And I will move it down so that you can see how students actually fared for our, and then student attendance, and then beyond the core. Okay. All right. So that is all for our presentation part for the CCRPI.
You, Dr. McIntyre. Ms. Coleman, do you have the cluster advisory team report?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you
Um,
have the floor.
we are still in conversations about the budget and how to fill the deficit. We have not fixed the budget yet, so that is still a problem. There's still conversations going on about attendance across the cluster, how to keep attendance up, and how to get accurate numbers at the beginning of the year so that the budgets fan out like they need to, so we know exactly how many kids we're expecting, um, and continuing to figure out the best way to meet the the core needs of all the students with budget restraints. That's it in a nutshell.
Did they give any information about the charter system renewal?
I don't recall. I can check my notes, but I don't recall off the top of my head. That meeting was a couple months ago. I'm sorry. One last month, November.
Yes,
Sorry,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
but I'll check my notes and I can send it to you.
You can report out on it at our next meeting if there were
Okay.
any notes that were not presented tonight. Um thank you so much, Ms. Coleman.
Hmm.
Um we okay. Okay. This was a meeting where we opened it up to public comment. But we did not have anyone sign up for public comment. So we will move forward on um our agenda. We have our announcements, and I actually have an announcement. And I'm pretty sure Dr. McIntyre will have an announcements as well. So we need everyone to make sure that they sign up for budget training. It is mandatory that everyone on the Go team attends one of the trainings. Um, they are both next week. You can sign up for either one. They sent it to your email that you have on file. It will either be Tuesday or Wednesday for the that you can choose from, and whichever one works best for you. One of them is at 5 o'clock, one is at 5:30, so it is after working hours. But everyone must be trained for us to be in compliance. So thank you so much to those of you who already signed up. And if you have not signed up and you need some assistance or anything of that nature, you can feel free to reach out to myself or Miss Herbert, um, so that we can assist you. And Dr. McIntyre, do you have any announcements? You're muted.
You're muted.
And I said so much. Um, we do have just a few announcements, and I believe Miss Judy may have an announcement as well. That our school updates. So we will have next Wednesday our APTT STEAM showcase. Um, Miss Batiste will have to give the theme. I don't recall the theme. Um, but we will have an opportunity to for parents and students to have some conferences and discussion around their map results from the winter and also the goals that have been set for that. as well as display and showcase our first semester PBL. So that is exciting. The walls are filled with work. The hallways will be filled with work, and I am sure the students will be excited to talk about what they learned in the first semester. February 16th through the 20th is our winter break, and there will not be any school. That Monday and Tuesday will actually be staff professional learning days, but the students will be out the 16th through the 20th. And then I just wanted to kind of put out there March 16th will be an early release date. And for elementary schools, it will be an 11:15 dismissal. So just wanted to make sure that we were aware and started to put that out.
What time is the APTT meeting?
3:30.
Okay, cool. That's the same day I signed up for my budget training. Wanted to make sure it wasn't going to clash.
Okay. You come at 3:30, you'll be out of there by 4 o'clock.
Awesome sauce.
Any additional announcements?
I have Camp Jenny announcements. I am I'll be at the school tomorrow morning with Sarah to kick off second semester. We have attendance incentives to help the kids remember that coming to school is the first way to earn their seat on the bus for Camp Jenny. So we have Hollywood themed sticker charts. We have bulletin board decorations. We'll also be bringing all of the handmade and computer generated posters that our staff made as part of their staff applications to decorate the school. I can't show it to you because I'm driving, but currently sitting in a truck literally full to the brim with food donations from one of our constituent organizations who so kindly and creatively created an actual bag for each child to take home. Of food donations, and these are intended to be held for that February break so that everybody comes home with a bag of non-perishables to help support them during the February break. And finally, we have gone through our evaluation process and our acceptance process, and today sent out our admittance letters to our full 2026 Camp Jenny staff, teens and adults. So the excitement is tremendously brewing in our community for Lights Camera Camp Jenny in May of 2026.
So
You, Miss Judy, are there any additional announcements? All right, we have reached the end of our agenda. Is there any additional business at this time? May I have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
Hi, first Stephanie Powell.
I second Tiffany Coleman.
All in favor, please say aye. Aye, Jessica Tucker.
Aye, Judy Lamore.
Aye, Ashley Herbert.
I,
I
Tiffany
can
Coleman. I'm sorry.
I Candace Allen.
Elijah Sullivan.
All opposed, please say nay. Any abstentions, please say abstain. All right, meeting is adjourned at 5:51 p.m. Have a great evening. Thank you for